If you reflect back upon your own experiences within the public school system, you will begin to notice how there were many subsystems in place that were designed to not only restrict your individuality, but also to ensure your submission to authority. You will also recall that you were given little time to think for yourself or to think about issues that were really important to you. While in school, you were inundated with trivial information that had and still has very little relevance to your existence as a creative being. And even after enduring the utter exhaustion of the school day, you were then given homework to complete. Another indoctrination procedure enforced to further strip away valuable moments that you could have used to think about your life, why you were here, and what you hope to accomplish while here. Therefore, instead of discovering and realizing your true purpose and power, you were assimilated into the collective consciousness of the hive. It was the institution itself that defined your purpose, which was to follow instructions, memorize senseless data, relinquish your autonomy as a creative being, and comply to authority via the submission of your consciousness to the hive mentality. The institution, the hive, denied you of the very experiences that would foster your individuality, your autonomy, and above all else, your creativity. If you recall, you were graded by your ability to memorize data, to comply to authority, and to perform the task assigned to you. Throughout the years, you were placed on a path of graduation from one level to the next, all in preparation to enable you to function as a drone within the Borg cultural construct. Inevitably, whether we went on to college, graduate school, etc., the same end result occurred for most of us. In the end, we were assimilated into the Borg cultural construct, joining the workforce as drones.
You have a problem with authority, Mr. Anderson. You believe that you are special, that somehow the rules do not apply to you. Obviously, you are mistaken. This company is one of the top software companies in the world because every single employee understands that they are part of a whole. Thus, if an employee has a problem, the company has a problem. The time has come to make a choice, Mr. Anderson. Either you choose to be at your desk on time from this day forth, or you choose to find yourself another job. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Mr. Reinhardt, perfectly clear.
Within the workforce, we are then led to begin the process all over again. Have you not noticed that the same assimilation process we endured during schooling is repeated as adult workers? Whereas before, we were taught how to be drones for 7, 8, up to 12 hours a day while in school, we now work as drones for 7, 8, up to 12 hours a day at our jobs. Whereas before, we asked the teacher if we could go to the bathroom, we now ask our boss if we can go on vacation. Whereas before, we were taught to seek the praise of authority figures by capitulating and complying to the instructions given and advancing in grade level, we now do the same on the job, hoping that the boss will recognize us, hoping for better hours, better pay, hoping to advance in social and economic grade. Whereas before we anxiously awaited the freedom of weekend play, we now anxiously await weekend sports, nightlife, and supposed fun. Whereas before we were wards of the state, we now function as servants to the state via unlawful and unethical taxation. Whereas before we were fed junk food at the cafeteria, we now eat and feed our own children the same junk food in the form of fast food. This is the nature of our indoctrination, a complete disregard for individuality, autonomy, and most of all, creativity. In truth, the pervasive social norm on Earth is nothing more than the Borg cultural construct. Have you ever noticed how everyone taken by the Borg cultural construct thinks the same, dresses the same, eats the same, even engages in the same non-creative activities? How can this be? And how is this relevant to our understanding of the Borg agenda?